Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is getting ready for a breakout and a big move is coming very soon, but most are probably going to miss it. Let me show you why. Yesterday, Bitcoin got a rejection exactly at our very important area of resistance. We came directly at the daily high-term time frame level, 109.2 thousand US dollars, that was also very nicely aligning with the value area high of the entire upper price action. Clearly, we hit the area of resistance and Bitcoin has gotten a rotation back down to approximately 108,000 US dollars. However, the entire time we are right now trading exactly at this specific area, a lot of people are getting very bearish, expecting we are going to see a push towards downside. Now, of course, if a push down is going to happen, we are simply going to look to fire another long or a buying position. But would I go with a brand new short position where we are trading as right now, expecting that we are right now immediately going to see a breakdown out of the descending triangle? To be honest, not really. But a lot of people are right now shorting Bitcoin, expecting a major push down. How do I know that? Pay attention to the CVD indicator and to the open interest indicator. Already yesterday, I posted a tweet where I said to you, Bitcoin, bullish absorption in play. Higher lows have been forming for a very long time right now Bitcoin, while the CVD indicator is seeing a push down. So it really does look like the entire time we are trading at this specific area, selling pressure is coming in the market, and that is why the CVD indicator is going lower and lower. So logically thinking, if more selling pressure is coming in the market, wouldn't it be logical for Bitcoin to move lower? Of course it would, but it does look like bigger players are absorbing the selling pressure. Bitcoin is forming higher lows right here, bullish divergence, and of course also a bullish Bitcoin indication. I am not saying that the descending triangle cannot see a break towards downside. However, in terms of probabilities, I would simply say we definitely have a higher probability of breaking towards the upside. And also something I posted on Twitter literally 15 minutes ago, where I said, why bearish in an uptrend? Bulls are getting paid while most overthink. So at the moment, gravity is simply acting towards the upside. The trend is towards the upside. Can we see a push down? Yes, sure. However, because the trend is up, because we are seeing bullish absorption right here, I would really like to see another push towards the upside of Bitcoin and of course, a successful breakout out of our descending triangle. That is why I do remain in all of my long positions on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and on many different altcoins, on many different other cryptocurrencies. And later in the video, I am even going to share with you another trading idea where you can go with another long position on Bitcoin and why higher targets are slightly more probable. Also because of the Elliott waves we can identify on the 1 hourly time frame. And trust me, not a lot of people right now are actually bullish, because also yesterday I was scrolling on Twitter. People are bearish, calling for lower. Again, we can go lower, but the reality is the probability of us going lower is also lower versus Bitcoin simply going with the trend and pushing towards the upside. So that is why I do need to share with you the 5-wave Elliott wave price structure we have been paying attention to for a very long time. Remember, the first time I posted about the rising wedge pattern, it was quite early, already on 5th of July, 4 days ago, where I said to you, probably we are expecting another push up and then a rejection back down. As of right now, it does look like the 4th Elliott wave was just slightly changed, and as of right now, we are already forming the last and the 5th Elliott wave towards the upside. So what exactly do I have in mind? Zooming in a little bit, we can simply identify the entire rising wedge pattern, saying that this right here was the end of our 4th Elliott wave, and as of right now, Bitcoin completed the first impulse. Right now, we are probably also completing the 2nd Elliott wave, and also in the next couple of hours, if everything is going to go according to plan, we can be expecting another impulse, literally straight towards the upside, and of course also then a successful breakout out of our descending triangle. That is right now also why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now share with you what is actually going to be the price target of our third Elliott wave, because the reality is we need to go with our Fibonacci extension levels. We are going to go from our swing low back towards the swing high, back towards the swing low. Now, of course, unfortunately, at this time, I don't know if the second Elliott wave right here is right now already finished, or if Bitcoin is simply going to chop around even more right here and only then do see a push towards the upside. But nevertheless, I would say that if we finished it approximately at 108.3 thousand US dollars, we simply need to pay attention to the 1.618 Fibonacci extension price target, and this specific level is coming up at approximately 111.3 thousand US dollars. Now here you need to pay actually very close attention, because if Bitcoin is going to hit this specific price target, this is then also going to mean we are going to be trading above the recent highs, and we are going to be trading slightly lower than the daily high term time frame area of resistance. So that being said, if we right now actually start moving higher above the recent highs, maybe even hitting our 1.618 Fibonacci extension price target right here, make sure you're paying yourself with your profits on the long positions, because potentially the entire rising wedge pattern is going to come towards an end. And of course, after everything is going to end, only then we can be expecting a bigger reversal back towards downside, exactly at the highs right here, where everyone is going to flip bullish, expecting another major impulse towards the upside. And also right now, if you pay attention to the triangle that we are right now forming on the 4-hour time frame, technically speaking, the descending triangle right here is of course a bearish Bitcoin indication. It is a triangle with a higher probability of breaking towards downside. So how exactly can we right now trade it in a case we are going to see a break towards the downside? As I actually said yesterday, if we are going to move lower, I am still prepared to buy and long the area of support. And the first area of support right here is going to come in exactly below the recent lows, where Bitcoin does have its previous lows for liquidity purposes. Additionally, the golden Fibonacci ratio is landing exactly at this specific area. However, the reality is, as I said before, if we are right now looking for the rising wedge pattern, we need to see a push toward the upside literally to happen in the next couple of hours, in the next couple of days, because in that case, if we do see another push down, the rising wedge pattern itself is going to lose its shape. So that is why ideally I want to see higher. I want our long positions to be even more in profit, and of course, if we are going to start pushing towards the upside, people are going to flip bullish, people are going to be longing the breakout, but of course, we are going to be paying ourselves with our long positions. But of course, if we right now do see already a push towards downside and a breakdown out of the descending triangle, I am still interested to fire another long or a buying position at approximately 107, 106.5 thousand US dollar area, simply because this specific area is quite a significant area of support. Not only an area of support, pay attention to the liquidations on the 1-week time frame on the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. Clearly, quite big liquidations are coming in exactly below the recent lows, where hundreds of millions of long positions are going to be wrecked. However, another liquidation cluster is also going to be exactly above the highs. So once again, my plan right now is staying exactly the same as for the past couple of days. I want to see ideally a push towards the upside first. After that, of course, also a potential rejection and a breakdown out of our rising wedge pattern. In a case we do not see push towards the upside straight away, we are simply going to then and look to buy the area of support at approximately 107,000 US dollars. And that is also right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, and only after you're going to register, you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free. So click the first link down below in the description, make sure you register, you get 20 USDT. After you deposit 100, you're going to get another 10 USDT. And after you open your first trade, you're also going to get 20 USDT. Of course, the 30,000 US dollar bonus is still available with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Now, let me also share with you why the indicators are agreeing with my thesis that we can actually be expecting higher targets. Pay attention right now to the MACD indicator and also to the RSI indicator on the 1 hourly and also on the 30-minute time frame. We are right now forming hidden bullish divergences. Higher lows are being formed on Bitcoin, lower lows on the MACD, lower lows on the RSI indicator. So those two indicators are right now saying to us, expect that the trend is going to continue, expect higher targets. So not only MACD is right now bullish, RSI is also being bullish absorption is right now happening, and also, as we said before, the overall trend on Bitcoin remains towards the upside. All of the exponential moving averages on the 30-minute, on the 1 hourly, on the 2 hourly, on the 4 hourly, on the daily time frame are right now saying to us, expect higher targets in the next couple of days. I am not saying that a push down is impossible. Of course it can happen, but the reality is we are trading the probabilities. And once again, something I posted on Twitter literally a couple of minutes ago where I said, why bearish in an uptrend? Bulls are getting paid while most overthink. So we are simply trading with the trend. I am not guessing when the trend is going to end, and that is why I do remain in all of my long or buying positions on the entire cryptocurrency market. Now, also, a lot of people are asking me, bro, when is the altcoin season going to start? Pay attention to the Bitcoin dominance because yes, for the past couple of days, it is seeing a very small push down. But also right here, on the 4 hourly, we remain in quite a significant uptrend. On the daily time frame, we are also in an uptrend. Why guess when an altcoin season is going to start when the trend at the moment, it is still towards the upside? Additionally, pay attention to the RSI indicator because on the daily time frame, yes, the truth is, higher high was formed right here, lower high on the RSI. However, what you're right now going to see, lower low on the RSI, higher low on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So this right here also shows us hidden bullish divergence is being present, which is going to be a bullish indication for the Bitcoin dominance chart, which probably means we can expect also higher targets in the next couple of weeks, maybe even in the next couple of months. And yes, the next price target I would be aware of on the Bitcoin dominance chart, when potentially then an altcoin season is going to start, is going to be at approximately 70% area. So because of that, yes, I don't really think the altcoin season is starting right now, even though we are seeing bearish indications on the RSI indicator with bearish divergences, because simply the trend is towards the upside. I am not going to guess when the trend is going to end. Let's trade with the trend and simply do not overthink. The path of least resistance is towards the upside, not only on the Bitcoin dominance chart, but of course also on the Bitcoin chart itself. So if you're right now not already positioned in a long position, in my opinion, you can actually also be looking to go with a long position, maybe also at this specific area, stop loss approximately below the recent lows, targeting clearly another higher high. Now, ideally, you want to enter at the area of support. So if we are maybe going to wobble a little bit at this specific area, you can still look to go with a long position approximately at the brand new daily high from time frame level. In my opinion, this would really be ideal. However, I don't know if we are right now already going to see another push towards downside. So I would say like that, enter something at this specific area and add to your position if we are then going to see push down with a very simple, with a very clear invalidation level below the recent low in case our plan is going to fail with our bigger rising wedge pattern. We have proper risk management, we are trading with probabilities, we know exactly when we are going to be wrong, and of course also we know exactly where we are going to be taking some profits, because ideally I want to see another higher high to be formed on Bitcoin literally in the next couple of days. That is why if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, and you are going to get 20 USDT only after you register with the first link down below. And also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.